Japanese motorcycles are renowned for their reliability and performance, but some incredible models fly completely under the radar. In this video, we are counting down the 7 best Japanese motorcycles you have probably never heard of. Number 7. Honda CBX1000. When Honda introduced the CBX1000 in the late 1970s, it was nothing short of revolutionary. This bike broke the mold by being the first production motorcycle to feature a 6-cylinder engine. At the time, riders and enthusiasts could not believe their eyes or ears. The CBX1000 was a marvel of engineering, and its 6x6 exhaust system produced a sound that could only be described as a symphony on wheels. The iconic roar of the CBX1000 still sends shivers down the spines of those lucky enough to hear it in person. At the heart of the CBX1000 lies a 1,047 cubic centimeter inline-6 engine that churns out an impressive 105 horsepower and 62 pound-feet of torque. This power output might not sound enormous by today's standards, but back in the day it was considered monstrous. The power delivery was silky smooth, which made it a favorite for long-distance cruising as well as spirited riding. Despite its size and power, the bike remains surprisingly agile, thanks to Honda's commitment to balanced engineering. Weighing in at 573 pounds, it is certainly not the lightest bike around, but it carries its weight with dignity. The braking system on the CBX1000 is equally remarkable. It features dual front disc brakes and a single rear disc, which provide adequate stopping power for a bike of its size. The suspension setup includes telescopic forks at the front and twin rear shocks, offering a balanced ride whether cruising down the highway or tackling twisty back roads. The CBX1000's smooth ride and comfortable handling make it a pleasure to own and ride, even today. The CBX1000 was not just about raw power, it was also about making a statement. The 6x6 exhaust system was not only functional but also a design masterpiece. The sheer presence of this motorcycle was enough to turn heads at every stoplight. Its wide engine layout gave it a muscular and commanding stance, which made it stand out among other bikes of its era. Collectors today often prize the CBX1000 for this very reason. It is a bike that epitomizes an era when manufacturers were unafraid to push boundaries and innovate. One of the reasons the CBX1000 remains a cult favorite is its rarity and the nostalgia it evokes. While it was produced for only a few years, it left a lasting impact on the motorcycle world. Honda's daring move to introduce a 6-cylinder engine when most manufacturers were still sticking with twins or fours was audacious. The engine's mechanical precision and Honda's meticulous craftsmanship resulted in a bike that not only looked impressive but also performed reliably. Finding a well-maintained CBX1000 today can be a challenge. Enthusiasts and collectors tend to hold on to them, and for good reason. Those fortunate enough to own one know that they possess a piece of motorcycle history, a machine that broke new ground in engine technology and design. Whether on display or on the road, the CBX1000 remains an icon of the golden era of Japanese motorcycling. The current market value for a pristine CBX1000 can range from $15,000 to $25,000, depending on condition and originality. If you thought that was impressive, the next bike takes rotary power to a whole new level. We picked out some must-have gear just for you. Find it linked in the description. Number 6. Suzuki RE5. Back in the mid-1970s, Suzuki decided to take a bold leap into uncharted territory. At a time when motorcycle manufacturers were sticking to tried-and-true inline 4s and V-twins, Suzuki went all in with something truly unconventional. At the heart of the RE5 is a 498 cubic centimeter rotary engine that produces 62 horsepower and 50 pound-feet of torque. Though the power output may seem modest by today's standards, it was remarkable for a rotary-powered bike. The engine itself is liquid-cooled, which was unusual at the time, and the cooling system ensured that the engine remained stable even during extended rides. The unique characteristics of the rotary engine gave the RE5 a smooth and almost electric-like power delivery, without the typical vibrations found in piston-driven motorcycles. Weighing in at 572 pounds, the RE5 was hefty, but still managed to maintain a balanced and controllable feel on the road. The braking system on the RE5 consists of dual front disc brakes and a single rear disc, providing reliable stopping power. The suspension setup features telescopic forks at the front and twin shocks at the rear, delivering a comfortable and composed ride despite the bike's weight. Suzuki paid particular attention to the handling dynamics, aiming to ensure that the unconventional power plant did not compromise the bike's road manners. Riding the RE5 feels surprisingly stable, and the smooth acceleration gives it a unique charm that other bikes of its era could not replicate. One of the most distinctive aspects of the RE5 is its design. Suzuki did not just experiment with the engine, they took a futuristic approach to styling as well. The bike featured a cylindrical instrument cluster that could flip open, a novelty that captivated those seeing it for the first time. The cluster itself housed a speedometer and tachometer designed in a way that mimicked the shape of the rotary engine's rotor. This design detail highlighted the bike's innovative heart and became a talking point for enthusiasts. The RE5's exhaust was equally distinct, with a rotary-themed muffler that produced a deep, throaty sound unique to this model. However, the RE5's story is not just about groundbreaking technology and unique styling, it also reflects Suzuki's willingness to take risks in a market that was not ready for such innovation. The rotary engine, while intriguing, had its drawbacks. Maintenance was more complex than traditional piston engines, and the general riding public struggled to embrace a motorcycle that felt so different from anything they had previously experienced. As a result, the RE5 did not achieve commercial success, and production lasted only from 1974 to 1976. Collectors now prize the RE5 not only for its scarcity, but also for its daring approach to motorcycle engineering. Finding one in good condition can be a challenge, as many were either neglected or modified over the years. Those who do own an RE5 often take pride in its unique history and enjoy the puzzled looks they get from riders unfamiliar with its backstory. The bike's rarity, combined with its unusual engine configuration, makes it a standout at vintage motorcycle shows where enthusiasts gather to admire Suzuki's bold experiment. The current market value for a well-preserved RE5 can range from $12,000 to $18,000, depending on condition and originality. We dug through the archives to find these underrated Japanese gems just for you. If you're still here, do us a favor. Hit that like and subscribe button. We've earned it, right? Number 5. Yamaha GTS1000. Yamaha is known for pushing the boundaries of motorcycle engineering, and the GTS1000 is a prime example of their innovative spirit. Introduced in the early 1990s, this bike broke away from conventional motorcycle design and boldly ventured into uncharted territory. The engineering marvel at the heart of this machine is a 1,002 cubic centimeter inline-4 engine, producing around 100 horsepower and 75 pound-feet of torque. This power plant was adapted from Yamaha's FZR1000, known for its robust performance and reliability. The bike's power delivery is smooth and linear, making it ideal for long-distance touring while still retaining a sporty edge. Weighing in at 560 pounds, the GTS1000 was not particularly light, but its weight distribution and advanced steering made it feel more agile than one would expect. The braking system on the GTS1000 is impressive for a bike of its era. It features single front disc brakes and a single rear disc, providing ample stopping power. What truly set this bike apart was its inclusion of an anti-lock braking system at a time when most motorcycles were still relying on basic braking setups. Yamaha integrated the system with the unique hub center steering to ensure that the bike remained stable even under hard braking. The suspension setup includes a hub center front suspension and a monoshock rear, both designed to enhance ride quality and handling. The combination of these features made the GTS1000 feel exceptionally planted, whether cruising down the highway or tackling winding mountain roads. The GTS1000's futuristic design is another reason it stands out. Yamaha's choice to incorporate a single-sided swing arm not only served a functional purpose, but also gave the bike a distinct look. Its streamlined bodywork and aerodynamic fairings were ahead of their time, reflecting a desire to blend style with performance. The integrated fuel injection system was another groundbreaking feature, offering precise throttle response and improved fuel efficiency, setting a precedent for future sport touring models. Despite its many technological advancements, the GTS1000 faced a mixed reception. Riders who were accustomed to traditional telescopic forks found the hub-center steering to be unconventional and, at times, difficult to adapt to. Some felt that the steering lacked the direct feel they were used to, while others praised the increased stability and reduced dive under braking. Yamaha took a gamble with this design, and while it did not become a mainstream success, it garnered a loyal following among enthusiasts who appreciated its bold departure from the norm. Today, the GTS1000 is considered a rare gem even in its home country of Japan. Finding one in good condition can be a challenge, and collectors often seek them out for their unique engineering and historical significance. The bike's scarcity, combined with its innovative features, has made it a sought-after model for those who value originality and technical brilliance. The current market value for a well-maintained GTS 1000 can range from $7,000 to $12,000, depending on condition and originality. Ready for something more retro? Our next bike brings back old-school vibes with a modern twist. Number 4. Yamaha SRV250. When Yamaha introduced the SRV250, they aimed to capture the spirit of classic British cafe racers while delivering the reliability and practicality that Yamaha is known for. This bike is a rare gem, especially outside of Japan, where it was primarily sold. Its retro-inspired design, combined with a lightweight frame, makes it a standout in the world of small-capacity motorcycles. The SRV250 is powered by a 250 cubic centimeter V-twin engine, which delivers 26 horsepower and 20 pound-feet of torque. While it might not be the most powerful bike in the segment, the V-twin's smooth power delivery and characteristic rumble give it an engaging riding experience. It is a bike that feels lively without being intimidating, making it a great choice for beginners and seasoned riders alike. The engine is air-cooled and has a 5-speed transmission, ensuring a classic feel with enough flexibility for city commuting and light touring. Weighing in at just 350 pounds, the SRV250 is exceptionally nimble and easy to handle. The suspension setup includes telescopic forks at the front and twin shocks at the rear, giving the bike a balanced and comfortable ride. The front disc brake offers sufficient stopping power, while the rear drum brake adds a touch of old-school charm. The braking system is adequate for the bike's size and weight, and the suspension does a decent job of soaking up road imperfections. The combination of lightweight construction and simple suspension makes it a breeze to maneuver through crowded urban streets or take on winding back roads with confidence. One of the SRV250's strongest selling points is its aesthetic appeal. Yamaha designers made a conscious effort to mimic the visual language of iconic cafe racers from the 60s and 70s. The bike features a round headlamp, teardrop-shaped fuel tank, and classic spoked wheels that add to its vintage allure. The exhaust note, though not loud, has a throaty character that complements its retro styling. While the SRV250's appearance might suggest that it is purely for show, it is surprisingly practical for everyday use. The seating position is slightly leaned forward but not overly aggressive, allowing for comfortable rides around town. The handlebars are positioned in a way that offers good control while keeping the rider's posture relaxed. The seat itself is well padded and spacious enough for solo trips, though long-distance rides might prove a bit tiring due to the limited seat space. Nonetheless, for short commutes and casual weekend rides, it is more than adequate. One of the reasons the SRV250 remains a sought-after model among collectors and enthusiasts is its rarity outside of Japan. Yamaha did not mass-produce this model for international markets, which makes finding one in good condition a bit of a challenge. However, its unique blend of cafe racer aesthetics and user-friendly performance makes it worth the search. For those lucky enough to own one, it is more than just a bike. It is a conversation starter and a symbol of Yamaha's ability to blend form and function seamlessly. The current market value for a well-maintained SRV250 can range from $3,000 to $5,000, depending on condition and originality. You're 15 minutes in and we're still bringing you wild bike facts. If that doesn't deserve a subscribe, what does? Hit that button. Number 3. Kawasaki Estrella 250. When it comes to retro charm combined with everyday usability, the Kawasaki Estrella 250 stands out as a perfect example. This bike has earned a solid reputation in Japan and several other markets for being lightweight, reliable, and incredibly stylish. It is one of those bikes that you might not see often, but when you do, it certainly catches your eye. The Estrella 250 has been particularly popular among beginner riders and those who primarily navigate city streets. Its classic styling, featuring a beautifully shaped teardrop fuel tank and spoked wheels, gives it a distinctly old-school appeal. The round headlamp, low-profile fenders, and chrome accents further enhance the bike's throwback aesthetic. Even the color schemes pay homage to classic motorcycles, often featuring earthy tones with subtle striping. Despite its vintage looks, the Estrella 250 remains practical for modern use, which is a significant part of its charm. At the heart of the Estrella 250 lies a 250 cubic centimeter single-cylinder air-cooled engine. This engine produces around 17 horsepower and 14 pound-feet of torque, which might not seem like much on paper, but it is more than enough for city commuting and leisurely weekend rides. The power delivery is smooth and manageable, making it an excellent choice for newer riders or those looking for a laid-back riding experience. The engine hums along comfortably at lower speeds, making traffic navigation a breeze. Weighing in at just 330 pounds, the Estrella 250 is incredibly easy to handle. Whether you are weaving through urban traffic or maneuvering into a tight parking space, the bike feels light and responsive. Its low seat height makes it accessible to riders of all sizes, adding to its appeal as a versatile urban machine. The bike's suspension consists of telescopic forks at the front and dual rear shocks, which do a commendable job of absorbing minor bumps and road imperfections. This setup, combined with the bike's compact dimensions, provides a ride quality that is surprisingly plush for a lightweight motorcycle. Stopping power on the Estrella 250 comes from a front disc brake and a rear drum brake. While not the most advanced braking system compared to modern standards, it is entirely adequate for the bike's intended use. The brakes provide predictable and consistent stopping power, and given the bike's light weight, they never feel overburdened. Riders will appreciate the bike's predictable handling and the confidence it inspires during daily rides. One of the most distinctive aspects of the Estrella 250 is its ability to blend retro aesthetics with practical reliability. Unlike many modern retros that only mimic the look of vintage bikes, the Estrella genuinely feels like a classic without the drawbacks of older technology. There are no complicated electronics to worry about, and the straightforward single-cylinder engine is known for its longevity. Kawasaki has built this bike to withstand the daily grind while still maintaining that timeless, classic charm. It may not be the fastest or most powerful bike out there, but it delivers a sense of character that is hard to find in modern motorcycles. Owning one is like having a piece of motorcycle history that you can ride every day. The current market value for a well-maintained Estrella 250 can range from $3,000 to $5,000, depending on condition and rarity. If you like the retro vibe, our next bike is a lightweight street fighter that blends simplicity with style. Number 2. Suzuki Goose 350. When Suzuki launched the Goose 350, it did not immediately make waves in the global market. However, over the years, it has quietly built a cult following among motorcycle enthusiasts who appreciate its minimalist approach and unique design. The Goose 350 is not just another lightweight bike, it is an embodiment of simplicity combined with spirited performance. The heart of the Goose 350 is a 350 cubic centimeter single-cylinder, 4-stroke engine that delivers 33 horsepower and 25 pound-feet of torque. While those numbers may not sound particularly overwhelming, the real charm of the Goose lies in how that power is delivered. The single-cylinder engine gives it a punchy, immediate response, making it perfect for quick maneuvers and zipping through traffic. The power band is well suited for urban riding and canyon carving, where nimbleness is more important than outright speed. Despite its small size, the Goose 350 provides a genuinely engaging riding experience. The bike tips the scales at just 320 pounds, which is incredibly light by motorcycle standards. This featherweight status contributes significantly to its nimbleness and ease of handling. One of the standout features of the Goose 350 is its trellis frame, which not only adds a unique visual appeal, but also contributes to its structural integrity and handling precision. The single-sided swing arm adds an extra layer of uniqueness, showcasing Suzuki's willingness to experiment with design elements while maintaining functionality. The braking system on the Goose 350 is simple but effective. It features single-disc brakes at both the front and rear, providing sufficient stopping power for a bike of its size. The suspension system includes telescopic forks at the front and a monoshock at the rear, offering a balanced ride that can absorb minor bumps while still feeling sporty. The suspension setup is not overly complicated, but it complements the bike's lightweight nature, ensuring a confident ride whether darting through city streets or navigating twisty back roads. What makes the Goose 350 truly special is not just its specifications, but its attitude. It has an unmistakably minimalist design philosophy that prioritizes function and agility. The bike's narrow profile, combined with its lightweight chassis, makes it incredibly maneuverable. Riders often compare its handling to that of a feather, effortlessly weaving through traffic or leaning into tight corners with minimal input. The narrow handlebars also play a part in giving the Goose a more flickable feel, making it seem almost like an extension of the rider. Another reason the Goose 350 has become a cult classic is its unique aesthetic. While it may lack the aggressive styling of modern naked bikes, its trellis frame and single-sided swing arm make it stand out among similarly priced motorcycles. It has a distinctly Japanese flair, blending functionality with a hint of quirky charm. Riders who favor a no-nonsense approach to biking often find themselves drawn to the Goose 350, appreciating its raw and honest character. The Goose 350 also boasts impressive fuel efficiency, making it a practical choice for daily commuting. Its single-cylinder engine sips fuel conservatively, allowing riders to go longer between fill-ups. This economic aspect, combined with low maintenance costs, makes the Goose an appealing option for riders looking for a budget-friendly, reliable motorcycle. The current market value for a well-maintained Goose 350 typically ranges from $2,000 to $4,000, depending on condition and originality. Finally, our number one bike blends classic naked bike appeal with real-world performance. Number 1. Honda CB400 Super 4. Introduced in the early 1990s, this mid-sized naked bike has become a cult favorite among enthusiasts who appreciate its balance of power, reliability, and unmistakable inline-four sound. Honda designed the CB400 to be the ultimate all-rounder, making it ideal for daily commuting, weekend rides, and even spirited runs through twisty roads. At the heart of the CB400 Super 4 is a 399 cubic centimeter inline-four engine. This power plant is known for its smoothness and linear torque delivery, making it an absolute joy to rev out. The engine produces a respectable 55 horsepower and 30 pound-feet of torque, providing just the right amount of power for city commuting and spirited weekend rides. The engine is renowned for its reliability, capable of clocking high mileage with minimal maintenance. The CB400's chassis and suspension system are designed to provide stability without sacrificing agility. Weighing in at 416 pounds, the bike is light enough to maneuver through city traffic while being stable on the highway. The braking system features dual disc brakes at the front and a single disc at the rear, ensuring adequate stopping power for a bike of its size. The suspension consists of conventional telescopic forks at the front and a monoshock at the rear, striking a balance between comfort and responsiveness. This setup allows the CB400 to handle various road conditions with ease, from bumpy streets to smoother highways. One of the most iconic aspects of the CB400 is its exhaust note. The inline-4 engine emits a distinctive, high-revving growl that is music to any motorcycle enthusiast's ears. The sound becomes especially pronounced when the engine climbs toward its redline, providing a sense of excitement that few mid-size bikes can match. This aural experience alone makes the CB400 a beloved choice among those who value the thrill of riding. The styling of the CB400 is timeless, blending classic naked bike aesthetics with modern touches. The round headlight, upright riding position, and minimalist bodywork give it a purposeful yet stylish appearance. Over the years, Honda has introduced several iterations, including the CB400 Super 4 Hyper VTEC models, which feature variable valve timing for enhanced performance. These models offer a bit more punch and a more refined power curve, appealing to riders who crave a little extra excitement. In terms of ride quality, the CB400 excels by offering a comfortable seating position and well-placed handlebars that reduce rider fatigue. The seat itself is well padded, allowing for longer rides without discomfort. The bike's ergonomic design makes it suitable for a wide range of riders, whether you are just starting out or have years of experience under your belt. Despite being primarily sold in Asian markets, the CB400 has garnered a loyal following worldwide. Riders appreciate its bulletproof reliability, accessible power, and the undeniable charm of its inline-4 engine. Even today, finding a well-maintained CB400 is considered a stroke of luck, as owners tend to hold on to them for years. The bike's simplicity and robust construction mean that it can withstand the rigors of daily use without skipping a beat. The current market value for a well-maintained CB400 Super 4 typically ranges from $4,000 to $7,000, depending on condition and originality. That's our list of the best Japanese motorcycles you've probably never heard of. If you enjoyed discovering these hidden gems, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a comment about your favorite bike from the list. Ride safe, and we'll see you in the next one.